Hey guys, today I've done my Hit It or Quit It thoughts on hauls number 54. If you've never seen one of these videos from me before, I'll have my playlist linked down below. Basically, I'm going to be reviewing all the products I feature in a haul from 10 months back to give you my current thoughts on those products. Oftentimes, once you see something featured in a haul, you never hear it mentioned again unless it's in a favorites or an empties. So what I like to do in these videos is review every single item that I hauled. My inspiration for this series is It's Kirsten and her What I Thought on Stuff I Bought series. I will have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original haul video, and I will list and link all of the items that I mentioned. So we will jump right in with my Ulta purchases. You guys know that Ulta is my favorite store. So the first item was the Benefit Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil in the shade number 1. And this is what I am currently using. So this is Benefit's Angled Brow Pencil, and I absolutely love this. It has a really nice consistency. It isn't too creamy or too waxy. It gives a great amount of pigment. It's a really good shade match for me. This is a holy grail product for me. I do have a backup. I've tried the Anastasia Brow Definer, the Mabelline Total Temptation Brow Pencil. I think that both of those are very similar to the Benefit, but for some reason I like this one a little bit more. But this is something I definitely recommend. The next item is the Urban Decay 24/7 liner pencil in the shade Alkaline, which is a really cool matte maroon shade, and this is the exact kind of color that I was looking for. So the Urban Decay liners do glide on very easily. They're super easy to put on the waterline, upper lash line, or lower lash line, but they do not stay put very well for me in my waterline or on the lower lash line, and it tends to run, and I knew that was the case, but I wanted this color so bad, and I am still happy that I have it. I haven't reached for it a ton though. It really only works with certain eye looks for me, but I am happy that I have it. The next item was the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette. I do have this one, Marvelous Mauves and Baked Browns. I did do an entire review video on those palettes. I'll have that linked up in the cards, and I really wish I would have tested those out further before I bought this one. Now I think the colors are beautiful, and I especially love this shade Berry Chic. It just is really unique to me. The rest of them not as unique, but that one was so beautiful, and I knew I would use these three lightest shades, and I definitely will use those kind of colors. But the reason I don't love these is because they are so powdery. They make such a mess. I think they can blend out a little funny. Now Anastasia shadows are really powdery, but those blend out perfectly for me, and this is just a really messy formula, and I wish I could go back in time and return all three of them, to be honest, just because I don't reach for them very much. But they are very pretty. They're not terrible. I just used the Marvelous Mauves a couple days ago, and I liked the look I created with it. But yeah, I definitely could have done without this one, but definitely check out my review for more details. But I think the colors are beautiful. I wish there wasn't a black because I never reached for that, but I know that is essential for some others. And the next item I had gotten from Ulta was the Morphe 3502 palette. I did do an entire review video on this as well, which I will have linked in the cards. So definitely recommend you guys check out that review video to hear my consensus on that palette. But I actually think the quality is great, but the shades in there are way too similar. And I basically came up with my own 15 color palette, picking my favorite shades from this palette, where I think that I pick shades that are all different, but they work together. And basically with the 15 that I chose, you would be able to get the same effect with the whole palette, because I chose some from all the different color families. So I would definitely recommend you guys check that out. I would appreciate it. I did put a lot of work into that video, but I actually really like the formula of that one. I think it is better than the Morphe 350 original palette. It's better than the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and I like that one. And then I like the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss. It's good quality, and I think the shadows are really beautiful. I hate how big and bulky it is. That's one of the reasons I don't reach for it. And also the colors in there are very repetitive. So for me, it is not a must-have. Now, if this was a 15 color palette, I think I would love it so much more. And then I had gotten some freebies. So I had the Clinique Moisture Surge 72-hour Auto Replenishing Hydrator. I have used that up. I've used up a few of those actually. That's an okay moisturizer for me. I'm much prefer the original Moisture Surge, which I think Clinique has discontinued, and now they have the Moisture Surge Intense, this 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator, and one other kind, so that's a bit of a bummer. It's a good product, but it's not something that I would ever purchase. Then I had purchased a couple EOS Smooth Sticks in Sweet Mint. You guys know that is my favorite lip balm because it isn't too thick, it isn't too thin. I like the sticks for in my purse, and then I have the spheres around the house. Absolutely love them. So whenever there is a Ulta coupon and there's nothing else I want to buy, I will pick up a chapstick because I don't mind having a back stock of those because I run through them pretty quickly. And in the haul video I mentioned this as well, but I know my friend Amanda Alexander sometimes will buy cotton rounds, so it's much better to stock up on things that you think you would actually use instead of just trying to find the cheapest thing in the store or something random from the clearance section you might never use. But I'm really happy I did that because I went in store to look for one of the little coupon freebies and they ended up having 3. So with the purchase of one $2.50 chapstick, I got 3 freebies, and with these freebies it was 1 for hair, 1 for skin, and 1 makeup product, which was really cool. So the hair care product is something I'm using currently in my sample project pan. This is the It's a 10 Potion 10 Miracle Styling Potion. I'm just putting this in as like a leave-in product, and it smells amazing, and I think it helps make my hair soft. I don't know what this is doing for my hair other than that. It's not something that I would purchase, but it was a huge size. I enjoy using it and it doesn't seem to be causing my hair any harm. Then I had the Bare Minerals Skin Longevity Vital Power Infusion Serum, and I've used up a couple of these in the past as well. It is a really nice serum. I like the way that it feels on my skin, but I didn't notice any actual results from it, so it isn't something that I would repurchase. But if you guys do like it, I was able to see a sneak peek on Instagram of the upcoming skincare sale with Ulta, and that is one of the products, so definitely check it out if you love it. And the last freebie I had gotten with that purchase was the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. I have not tried this one yet. This is the next one that I will be using. So I have a makeup inventory spreadsheet on my computer with literally every single makeup product that I have, with the exception of a few categories, and mascara was one of them. But I decided that I needed to go back through my videos, which is why I'm really happy I make monthly hauls. Go back through my videos, and I added the mascaras to my spreadsheet from oldest to newest, and I realized that this is one of the older ones in my collection still, so I'm going to use them up from oldest to newest instead of just pulling whatever I feel like. So this is going to be the next one I use, and I'm excited to give you guys my thoughts on it. From what I've seen, it has a brush similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I hope it just isn't as dry and flaky, but I'm really excited to try that out. So then I had done the same thing. I bought another chapstick because there was a really awesome freebie of something that I had been wanting to try forever. This is the Laura Geller Baked Highlighter in French Vanilla, and what's awesome about this is that you cannot buy just this color in a full size unless there's maybe some like special QVC set or something, and usually this comes in a duo with another shade, and I wanted this because Emily Noel has raved about it. So it's a light beigey shade that just has a nice sheen to it. You can see how natural that looks, and of course I'm super fair. If you had a little bit more pigment to your skin, this might show up better. I don't absolutely love this because it's just a little too subtle for me. This is something that I've contemplated giving to my mom because I think she might like something really subtle, but at the same time I don't know if she would use it. So I'm going to keep this a bit longer, try this out. I think it is a good product. I think it would just be more impressive on someone with more of a tan complexion, but it does give you that like natural glowy wet look, which is cool. But I feel like I'm noticing it more right now on my hand than I do on my face. So not a must-have for me, but I'm still happy that I have it. So then I had placed an order from Sephora, and that was because I really wanted to get one of these 100-point perks, and this was of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is the original one, which I think is supposed to be like a berry, strawberry scent, and I am currently using this. This really is as awesome as people say it is. I think it has a really great texture. It doesn't feel heavy or too thin and slippery or too sticky. It's just a really great plush moisturizing consistency. I love the way that it feels on my lips. I do not like lip balms except ones that are minty, so I'm surprised that I enjoy this, but I actually really do. And I did just buy a couple of the Sephora Play Smarts K Beauty kits, and I bought 2 of them, and they each came with another of these little mini sizes of the sleeping mask. So I'm going to be stocked up for a while. The full size is $20, which feels like yikes for me for a lip balm, but you get a ton of product. So once I work through all 3 of these, I might buy the full size, but I definitely recommend you guys check it out if you can. It is a really good product. And then the item I actually purchased was this Nails Ink Sparkle Like a Unicorn Nail Polish Duo. I have used these. I just put them back in the box, which I need to just throw the box away. I don't even like unicorns. It's just something about them being a duo. I wanted to keep them together. So the polishes in here would be Rainbow Wishes, which is a really cool like pink blue duochrome shift. And I bought these before Kathleen Lights released her spring nail polish line with KO polish, and she created a color called Charm that was very similar to this. And I do like the other color, Dream Dust, but I didn't have to have this one. I was just so obsessed with this color, and I hadn't really seen anything like it. So if I could have gone back in time, even though I like these, I think they're good quality, I think they're beautiful colors, I would much have preferred to buy Charm from KO Polish because I just love the brand so much, and it would have been cheaper. But this was only $15 for 2 polishes, which I think is a great price. These are full-size polishes, and I'm happy that I have them in my collection because they are unique to me. But if you're not able to find this set anymore, I think this was on sale at Sephora, but I think it's been in and out of stock. If you cannot find this set anymore and you're wanting a color like this, check out KO Polish Charmed. And then I had purchased a few things from ColourPop. I had purchased one thing that was new, and then I had purchased a couple things from the last call section, which is making me think that like the last call section should be coming up in a few months, which is kind of sad because I never understand why ColourPop chooses to discontinue the things that they do. A lot of times they're some of my favorite things, which is really sad, but anyway. So I had purchased the Give It To Me Straight palette. I have used this once so far, but this is going to be my other palette of the month review video. I haven't used it yet. I am about to start using this palette, so you guys will hear my thoughts at the end of the month. I think the color selection is very, very beautiful, and I do like the ColourPop pressed powder palettes. So then the other things I had gotten would be the Lippie pencil in Aquarius. You guys know this is my perfect nude. It works well with peachy nude or pinky nude lip colors. I love the ColourPop Lippie pencil formula because it is super creamy. It is easy to line your lips and fill them in completely. So I do have this pencil I'm currently using, as well as 2 backups because it is just my favorite, most perfect lip liner. Then I had purchased one of the Super Shock shadows in the shade Fooling Around. This is a pressed pigment finish. It says it is not safe for the eye area because of the red dye. It can stain your skin. Some people have an allergy to this. So this is just a really cool color. I have not worn it on my lid yet, so I definitely need to challenge myself to do so because it is so stunning. So let me know what kind of colors you think would go well with this one to create a full look, but I'm still happy I have it. Then the other item is something that I just had to add one more thing to my cart to get free shipping, and this was the Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade IPSY VIP. I did not end up loving that color, and I declared it because it has already gone bad and I haven't even had it for a whole year. So that's very disappointing. That's why I'm really holding back on buying ColourPop lip products, except for their lip liners. These don't tend to expire, and the Lippie sticks don't tend to expire, but I don't love them in general, but the other products go bad really quickly. So I wish I didn't buy that gloss and I bought something else instead, but it was only $3, so it wasn't a huge loss there. So next I purchased one thing from the drugstore. That would be the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Ivory. This is a concealer that I've loved for years, but there had never been a good shade match for me, so I was ecstatic to see they released a lighter shade, and Ivory is still too dark for me. So basically that color matches my skin tone perfectly, but I'm wanting something a little bit lighter to help brighten under my eyes, and it is very sad because I love that concealer. I think the formula is really nice and thin and smooth, but yet it gives really good coverage. I know some people are really grossed out by the applicator, but I think that's what makes that concealer special, is how well it applies the product and helps to blend it out. It looks so smooth. I love that concealer so much, and I really hope they will continue to add some more shades. They did add quite a few deeper shades, which is awesome, but I hope they will make the shade range even larger so that I can use it and love it as well. The brightener shade is nice and fair for me, but it is super duper pink, and I don't want to buy 2 shades and mix them because it is an expensive concealer. So absolutely love the product, and I definitely recommend it if you have more color to your skin than I do. Next, I had picked up one thing from TJ Maxx. This is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Ashton. This is a really cool terracotta tan brown lip color that a lot of people that have a more tan skin tone, it looks amazing on them. And I had never wanted to purchase this because I thought it was kind of an odd color, but when I saw it at TJ Maxx for $7-8, I figured it was something worth picking up. This is a really cool color. I definitely do enjoy it in the fall, and I used to really enjoy the Anastasia liquid lipstick formula, but now I feel like it's just too drying. And as much as I still love liquid lipsticks, I want to try to stop buying them and buy different kinds of lip products. I mean, I need to stop buying lip products in general till I can work through more of them. But I don't know, liquid lipsticks, you guys know, are just not the most comfortable. So the Anastasia formula is incredibly opaque. It is more of that moussey consistency, but it does dry down completely. And it does have that powdery finish, so it can get a little flaky when you're eating. It will break up and whatnot, and it can feel a little bit dry. But I think Anastasia has an amazing color selection and so many great nudes, and I feel like a lot of brands don't have a very good nude selection, but I do think this is a really cool color. I am happy to have it for the price I paid for it. Then I had purchased one thing from eBay. That was the travel size of the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I've completely used that up. I love it so much for an under eye setting powder. I have tried several different powders, and I love the Dermablend translucent loose setting powder. That one does help brighten under the eye as well, but I like the Laura Mercier even more than that. It can look a little dry, but I have very oily under eyes, so it works perfectly for me. This is not something that I really wanted to invest in, but I think that I will. Once I work through some of the other powders I have, I think I will buy that one because it just works so well for me. So definitely recommend that. I also went into detail in the original video, so I would check that out, where I'm explaining like how to shop for makeup products on eBay and beware of counterfeit products, and basically just the way that I try to ensure that I'm buying legit products. Next, I had gotten a very sweet package from Erin's Makeup Euphoria. She sent me the Pure Afterglow Highlight, which is a nice light warm champagne shade. It does give more of a glow than the Laura Geller, but less of a glow than the Balm Mary Luminizer. It is a really pretty product. I did recently pass that on to my sister because she was looking for a good highlighter to take with her traveling, because she loves Becca's Champagne Pop, but as you guys know, especially in the minis, the formula is so soft and gentle that it has already broken a couple times and I've had to repress it. So I gave her another highlight I thought would work well with her skin tone that is a lot more durable. So I no longer have that one. It is a good product, but if I could only have two highlighters, I would pick the Anastasia Ambrisi highlighter, which somehow works for my skin tone, and the Balm Mary Luminizer. Those are just amazing. So it's a good highlight, but it's not a must-have. Then I had the NYC Smooth Skin Translucent Loose Powder, which I did completely use up. That was a really good product to set my skin, and that's all it did. It just set my skin. It didn't help keep me matte at all. So while it was a good product, it is not something that I would repurchase. Then she had gifted me the Lottie London Blush Crush in Justin, which was a very bright, warm, pinky blush. And I did decide to pass that on to a friend just because I have other colors that are similar, and I have so many blushes in my collection that I didn't see myself reaching for that one over some of the others that I have. And the last thing she had gifted me was something that I had always wanted to try but never would have purchased for myself. And this is a little mini of the Smashbox Contour Kit. So you've got the highlight, under eye setting powder kind of color, the bronzer, and the contour. So this actually is a really nice product. I definitely need to devote some more time to using this, but it is a really great all-in-one, and I do enjoy it, but it definitely hasn't taken away my love for some of my other bronzer and contour products. Then I won a giveaway from Jill Tilton on Instagram, who comes up with such amazing makeup looks. You guys definitely need to follow her, and she was giving away some products from the Balm. So the first item was the Balm Meet Matte Schmaker palette. It had 12 eyeshadows in it, broken up into 6 little duos. I did film an entire palette of the month review video on this, which I will have linked in the cards. I did end up passing this along to a friend because I just didn't think I would would get the most use out of it. The colors that I really loved in there, I already had in my collection, and I didn't feel like I could justify the palette just for those few shades. She also included the Balm Mary and Bonnie Duminizer, which are liquid highlighters. And even though the Mary Lou powder version works perfectly for me, the Mary Lou liquid version was a little bit too dark for my skin tone, and I was able to see the color and not just the shine, so I did pass that on to a friend, but they did seem to blend out really nicely and have a really beautiful glow. And then the other item is the Schwing Black Liquid Liner, and I just opened this up. This is a felt tip. I just thought this was going to be a brush tip, but it's a felt, but it is super duper skinny, and I really do like felt tip liners when they're in an inkwell like this, and I've used it only once. It is a very pigmented matte black. I didn't have problems with this flaking. It dried really quickly, so this is something that I am really excited to use, and the packaging is just so cute. So I am so thankful for that giveaway, and that I was able to test out some products and review them for you guys, and that I was able to pass them on to someone I think will use them a little bit more. And the last products I have to talk about would be my Sephora Play. So the little sample of the month that I received was the Atelier Cologne Vanille Incense. I passed that on. I do not like their fragrances in general. Like, everyone I've smelled I haven't really enjoyed. I think all of them are amazing room scents, but they're way too intense for me to consider using as a perfume. Then I did get two skincare products in this box. The first is the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm. Now, the Aqua Balm and Moisture Balm are my favorite moisturizers for day and night, but they are very pricey, but I love them. So I was ecstatic to try this eye cream, and I was a little let down. I just didn't love the consistency. I didn't think that it did much for me, but my sister is absolutely obsessed with this. She did get one in her Sephora Play that she just used up, and as I mentioned, I did just buy two of the Sephora Play K-Beauty sets, which have the Laneige Lip Slipping Mask, and they also have the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm. So I will be gifting those to her, and I'm so excited because it is a really pricey product she probably wouldn't have bought on her own. So all of that to say, I didn't love it, but I know it's a favorite and other people really enjoy it. My favorite eye creams are ones that are a little bit more like a thin balm or serum consistency. I love the Caudalie Resveratrol Lift Eye Lifting Balm and the Origins Ginseng Eye Cream. Those two are my favorites, and super duper expensive, but that is still a good one that I know a lot of people love. Then the other product I have not tried out yet. You guys know I'm terrible. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Firm X Peeling Gel, and I am excited to try this now that I have used a peel before. I know I don't have to be afraid of it. My sister tried this and she said it worked really well, so I am excited to give that a shot. So I will feature this at some point in a sample project pan and review it for you guys there. Then I did get three makeup products. The first is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in the shade Rose Gold. I received this twice in a Sephora Play in the same color. Normally that would piss me off, but I had already used up my first one, so I got the second one just in time. And I believe in these little minis you get half of what you get in a full size. I've already used mine quite a bit, and what I did last time was after I used it up, I actually dug into the pencil because there actually is a good bit in here, put it in a jar and used up every last bit of it. I did just get a Laura Mercier Caviar Stick mini set for Christmas because I think that these have such an amazing formula. These are very smooth and creamy. They don't crease on me, but I do always use these as an eye base, and I put a powder shadow on top of them. They have some really beautiful colors. Laura Mercier is such an expensive brand, but I think these are awesome, and I totally recommend them. I did buy a full size of Rose Gold for my sister for Christmas. Then I did get two lip products. The first is the Sephora Rouge Matte Lipstick in M11 Rebel Chic. This is a very deep vampy red color, and I haven't worn this. I definitely need to, and I don't want to get rid of it because it is so beautiful. And this is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Let's Go Crazy, and I have not used this one at all. I've only swatched it. This is such a pretty bright hot pink. I did feature this in my holiday giveaway, but that's because I had two of them. My sister had received this and never used it, so I put that one in the giveaway, and this one is mine, just in case you're worried about that. But I do think that these have a really nice formula. Again, NARS lip products are super expensive, and I wish we had received a different color because this is just a little bright for me, but at the same time, I cannot let it go just in case, you know. but I would definitely love to try out this formula and some other shades as well. So guys, that was my very long hit or quit it thoughts on hauls. I would love to know your thoughts on all these products in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.